Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. You're all looking very well. So, I'm going to try another two from the BuquiBichi brewery, that place over in Hermosillo, Sonora. And the last video, I tried the Ultra Beachy and the Banquetera, a Kolsch beer. So, what are the two offerings from BuquiBichi that we have for you today? So, we have this one, Naranjeros, which is an American wheat ale with a little bit of orange skin, it says. It's a 4.2 alcohol. And looking at the label and the fact that they now call this beer Bola Buena, I would say the brewers rather like baseball. Fun label, isn't it? Yeah, rather nice. Very orange. So obviously they must grow a lot of oranges over in Hermosillo. And the other is called Chucata, which is an amber ale. And this one is 5.2% of alcohol. I like the way they break up the syllables of a couple of the beers, not Naranjeros, but certainly in the Chucata. I'm trying to work out how to pronounce it, and various others. Yeah, again, it's a pure beer. The ingredients are the basics that a beer should have. Yeah. It says in Sonora, Chucata is como la miel del mesquite. And as I said, the ingredients are basics: water, hops, barley malt, and yeast. Just what a beer should have, really. No more, no less. So let's kick off with Naranjeros. There we are. The label's rather like the baseball that they throw at the batter. And I don't know, some parts of Mexico really are into baseball. And it looks like Sonora, they are really into baseball, and not just the fact that it's baseball. Naranjeros means that they must grow a lot of oranges over in that state of Mexico. Here in Nuevo León as well, they're big into baseball as well. I've never understood baseball. I've watched little bits of it on television, but can't really understand what it's all about. Mind you, I don't really like cricket, despite being British. Why does the bowler, what they call pitchers, have to go through all that rigmarole of the leg up in the air in a kind of gymnastic way and then put it down and just throw the ball? Why don't they just throw the ball in the first place? Doesn't seem to do much. Anyway, there you are. I'm not an aficionado of baseball, so I've no idea why they do such a thing. So, as I say, Naranjeros, or Bola Buena as it's now called, is a 4.2% beer. It looks very pure, just the basics that you need in a beer. So, let's pour it. That's a better pour today. There you go. Yeah, very Pilsnerish in its appearance. Although it says an American wheat ale, American wheat beer. But yeah, I was saying the color is not hazy like you get with a wheat beer, but in terms of aroma, you do get that nice wheat beer aroma. And it says with orange peel, which is kind of what you get in Belgian wheat ales, plus a little bit of coriander as well. Coriander seeds, either crushed or whole, as part of the brewing process. Oh yeah, you don't get the orange in the aroma, but you certainly get a very dryness from the beginning. Makes your tongue pucker a little bit with that dryness. And there's a good amount of hop to that as well. Yeah, you get that. You know how it is when you open an orange, and as you remove the peel, you get that little bit of. You sometimes see a little bit of zest hit the air, a little droplets, and that's how this is. You get that flavor of the orange peel that you wouldn't really eat the peel of the orange unless you're maybe a lunatic. But you get that taste to it. That's a very nice flavor. That is good. This BuquiBichi brewery. Oh, pardon me. There we are. As is traditional, one burp per video. This is the third beer from BuquiBichi. And the third one that I just cannot fault. This beer has so much going on. In everywhere, in all parts of the mouth. You get at the back of the tongue, I'm getting a kind of orange citrus note. And in the sides of the mouth, this dryness, this hoppiness. It's very refreshing. And seeing as it gets rather hot over in Hermosillo, it's a perfect beer after all. That's full of very interesting textures, layers. It's a very interesting beer. I do like that. That's very. You get this refreshingness, if that's a word. Freshness. It's very refreshing, I should say. And then you get this lovely dry finish. Yeah. Apparently, according to the list that I received from BuquiBichi, this was actually meant to be the American wheat ale Buena. Obviously, it's only recently they've rebranded it as that, whereas it was always Naranjeros before. But I guess it's the same beer in whatever guise it comes in. Yeah, that is nice. And again, with the labeling that this brewery has, each can has a nice little bit of fun added to it. When I saw the word on the can in the phrase "con un chingo de enjundia," that's what it is, yes, I thought, oops, chingo, chingadera, etc. I thought that was rather a rude word, but it just means with a ton of enthusiasm. Although that word chingo and derivations of that word can mean other things as well. I didn't realize enjundia meant enthusiasm. Oh, I've learnt something by reading a beer can. So, the second in this session is Chucata. Accent over the U, a little bit more emphasis. And this is their amber ale. Actually, it says that it's based on an Irish red. And it, as it says on the back, with a touch of caramel. Hopefully natural caramel and not the chemical. And it says easy to drink and with a little flavor of mesquite or miel de mesquite. Rather like you get miel de agave, which is this lovely honey kind of stuff you get from the plant that gives us tequila. So, let's say 5.2% alcohol. Let's see what this is all about. So, having poured this, I was going to show you me pouring this into the glass, but I cocked up that video. Anyway, has a nice amber hue to it. Looks rather nice. The head went down because I had poured it earlier. In terms of the aroma, a little bit of the caramel in there, but I think it's maybe the miel from the, what's it from? Mesquite. Mesquite has a particular smell, and mesquite is the popular wood that is used in many a barbecue. So maybe that's where a lot of the aroma comes from, the mesquite. That's another interesting beer from this place. It says a lot of hops and a light flavour. Yeah, it is a light flavour. Yeah. In the top of the palate, you get a nice hoppiness to it. It's not that sweet, despite it saying that it has miel de mesquite and caramel. But again, of their beers, as they always say what the ingredients are. I haven't seen that on many cans or bottles, saying what the beer includes. BuquiBichi seems to be the first one that I've actually seen that. Maybe it's because Sonora borders is it Arizona? I can't remember. My geography of the United States is terrible. Mexico is fine, but I'm terrible with the United States. Where in the US, you kind of say, or have to say what the ingredients are. Even though some of those beers from the United States, you kind of hide what the actual ingredients are. Especially sweeteners, chemicals, and all those other things to make the beer look and taste like what they want you to enjoy. Yeah, that's nice. Again, a lovely feel in the mouth. Wow, the fourth beer from BuquiBichi, and a fourth one that is incredibly good. That's a carne asada beer. Definitely a beer to enjoy with friends at a barbecue. That's really nice. A very good beer indeed. Wow. So I'm halfway through the BuquiBichi range, and 4 beers that I just cannot fault. All are as good as the other in their various styles. So 4 beers, 4 very different styles. This one is the first that's going up to the darker style. And it's getting hoppier. Compared to the others, I would say this is maybe the hoppiest of the 4. This lovely biscuity taste you get, probably from the kind of barley that they have toasted. Yeah, that biscuity taste that you get from some. It's not as red as what was the other red ale I tried? Oh, the one from Colombo. That was much darker red ale, Irish style, like this one, but not nearly as hoppy. And I think of the two, I like this more than the Colombo Red, although the Colombo Red was a really good beer. This, a little less in terms of colour, but nonetheless, a very good beer. So, how would I rate them? Oh, pardon me, there goes another burp. I think you got 2 for this video. Yeah. 2 very good beers. But how would I grade these 2? Well, I certainly like this. I would put it as an 8. Yeah, definitely an 8 on this one. But there's something in the aroma that I can't place. From the beginning, I wasn't quite sure what the aroma was. I can't place that aroma. But it's good, as I say, an 8. What was the other one that I had? Oh yes, the Naranjero. That was good as well. I would also place that as an 8. Seems these beers have a good point for their flavour. But yeah, very good. Why can't I get this more frequently here in my little bit of Mexico? Excellent beers, both of them. But I'm not sure what would I serve this with? What food? Yeah, just enjoy it with some very good tacos. But you can enjoy any beer with whatever food you like, really. Should never be dictated to of what food you should have with what drink. So, wherever you are, enjoy a good beer. Cheers for now. Bye, and see you soon.